Let's have this fella here. He jumped into his sleigh. The conductor handed me up. I sat on Santa's knee and he said, now, what would you like for Christmas? Santa standing in front of the sleigh. I sure are. I knew that I could have any gift I could imagine, but the thing I wanted most for Christmas was not inside Santa's bag. What I wanted more than anything was a silver bell from Santa's sleigh. When I asked, Santa smiled. Then he gave me a hug and told the elf to cut a bell from a reindeer's harness. The elf tossed it up to Santa. He stood holding the bell high above him and called out, the first gift of Christmas. He was holding the big silver bell from the harness. A clock struck midnight. As the elves roared their approval, Santa handed the bell to me and I put it in my bathrobe pocket. The conductor helped me down from the sleigh. Santa shouted out the reindeers' names and cracked his whip. His team charged forward and climbed into the air. Santa circled around us, then disappeared in the cold, dark polar sky. And the sleigh flew away. As soon as we were back inside the Polar Express, the other children asked to see my bell. I reached into my pocket, but the only thing I felt was a hole. I had lost the silver bell from Santa Claus's sleigh. Let's hurry outside and look for it, one of the children said, but the train gave a sudden lurch and we started moving. We were on our way home. We lost the bell, the first gift of Christmas. It broke my heart to lose the bell. When the train reached my house, I sadly left the other children. I stood at my doorway and waved goodbye. The conductor said something from the moving train, but I couldn't hear him. What? I yelled out. He cupped his hands around his mouth. Merry Christmas, he shouted. The Polar Express let out a loud blast from his whistle and sped away. I just watched the train go away in the night. I don't know what happened to the bell. On Christmas morning, my little sister Sarah and I opened our presents. When it looked as if everything had been unwrapped, Sarah found one last small box behind the tree. It had my name on it. Inside was the silver bell. There was a note. Found this on the seat of my sleigh. Fix that hole in your pocket. Signed, Mr. C. I shook the bell. It made the most beautiful sound my sister and I had ever heard. But my mother said, oh, that's too bad. Yes, said my father, it's broken. When I'd shaken the bell, my parents hadn't heard a thing. Let that last box of things underneath the tree. At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell. But as years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound. Though I've grown old, the bell still rings for me, as it does for all who truly believe. So when you hear the bell, you still believe.
I do believe. I've never been here.
Delicious. Okay, guys, you can stand up in front of me. Well, they can stand in front of me so we can see the bell. Go see the story. We're gonna read a story, and we're gonna each take a part.
Not the kids stand up.
All right, y'all sit down. Have a seat. Have a seat so everybody can see. And if parents in the back, if y'all could use your inside voices, because we're having a hard time hearing them. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we were fighting about.
Okay, where's our bubbles? All right. Okay, does everybody know the night before Christmas is home? Yeah.
A duet.
A duet.
We're going to read the poem together. And we're each going to take a part. So it'll be just like when it really happened.